Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series, where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 51, The Changing of the Guard, written by Rod Serling and directed by Robert Ellis Miller. This is a season 3 episode, and as always there will be spoilers. So, Changing of the Guard is a really strong Twilight Zone episode in my opinion. It doesn't have a big Twilight Zone twist, and it's not the most complicated plot the show ever did, but it's just a touching and sincere show that actually did get to me a little bit. So, a lot of this is due to the great performance of Donald Pleasence in the lead role as Professor Ellis Fowler. Pleasence is such a good actor in almost anything in my opinion, and he really brings depth to the role. So, this one is about a Professor Fowler, an English teacher. He teaches literature to be more specific, and it seems he's been teaching a very long time. Seems like the school is going on break, so the professor goes to visit the headmaster, who tells him that the school wants him to retire. It's basically like a forced retirement. You can tell that Professor Fowler is crushed by this. I mean, this guy is not doing well at all, and I actually did feel bad for the professor at this time. So after looking through some old school photos and reflecting on his life, it seems that Professor Fowler feels he has done really not much of anything and that his life has no purpose. He's very upset and decides on Christmas Eve that he's going to do himself in. So things definitely get dark here for this part of the episode. So the professor goes to visit a famous statue, but before he can do anything drastic, he hears a bell coming from the school. When the professor gets back to the classroom, he is visited by the spirits of several of his former students who have sadly passed away. So all the students tell their stories, and a lot of them did very noble things, and they say that the professor helped inspire them, and Donald Pleasence is really great in this scene in the classroom. So Professor Fowler realizes that he did make a difference and now is fulfilled, and he has accepted his retirement. So this episode is very dark in places, but it's also very touching in places. It's very heartfelt, sincere, and genuine without being too sappy, so I thought Rod Serling did a good job on the script as well. So there's no big twist to this episode. It's very straightforward for a Twilight Zone story, but Changing of the Guard really works in my opinion. It's a very well-told story with a great performance by Donald Pleasence. There's also a nice message here about how someone can make a difference even if they don't always know that they are doing it. And Changing of the Guard can also be watched as a holiday episode. So for all those reasons, that's why it comes in at number 51 on the list. As always, feel free to let me know what you thought of this episode, Changing of the Guard, if you liked it or not. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.